At least once in every student's life, whether it's in elementary, middle, or high school, we're all taught about lockdowns, what you're supposed to do during a lockdown, how you're supposed to behave, how you're not supposed to behave. Today I'm going to share with you all my first ever lockdown experience from back in my days in high school. It all started after I finished a math class in high school, and I was about to leave the classroom when suddenly the bell started ringing frantically, and we were all announced to get inside the nearest classroom, lock the doors, and proceed with the lockdown procedures as if it was a drill. A few minutes after we got into our hiding places, we all got a message on our phones from an app that we used to have that had us directly connected to the staff members in cases like this. It was revealed that an armed robber was attempting to break into the school to use as a hiding place from the authorities. With that, a lot of emotions started to cloud through my mind. Fear, confusion, and anxiousness. What really didn't help was that a bunch of kids in the classroom hiding with me were being very obnoxious, making jokes, laughing about this, treating the entire situation like a joke despite the fact that our lives could potentially be in jeopardy. And try as I might to keep myself calm and level-headed, despite all of this, I'm not proud of what happened next. I did end up losing my cool and said a few things in an attempt to get them to shut up, as much as I can say. But to no avail, that didn't work, and it only seemed to actually make them feel proud of themselves, amused of my annoyed tone and how scared I was. To this day, I still don't understand what was that all about and what was going through their heads during that entire thing. Luckily though, once it was all over, nobody got hurt, and the armed robber was taken into custody, and there were no casualties. Once again, a lot of things were going through my head once it was all over. A bit of relief, still leftover adrenaline from all the fear and anxiousness, but most of all, I felt shame. Because I let my fear, my anger, and most of all, my anxiousness get the better of me and made me do a few things despite the situation. So my advice to you all is that when things look scary and you're starting to panic, you have to try and keep a level head and not let your emotions get the best of you, or else you're going to say or do something at the worst possible moment and it could cost you a lot more than you realize. And that's pretty much the story of how my first ever lockdown experience went. Like I said, the entire thing is still going on in my head like a broken record. I can't forget it even if I wanted to. But if there's one thing I can say for certain with pure confidence of what I've learned in that experience, is that even when I'm scared, I have to use my head instead of my heart, because that can lead to even bigger consequences down the road, whether in that moment or in the near future.